Hello everybody and welcome back to the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode Series. Today we're here at Daytona for the Coke 0400 and Austin Dillon finds himself on pole here today in the final race of the regular season, where if you win, you're in, and if you ain't first, you're last and you're absolutely bust, so you're not going to get into the playoffs. Right now, as it stands going into today's race, Alex Bowman and Joey Logano hold the last positions in the playoff grid right now, and they are over 100 points in on that playoff bubble. So we're going to need a wild card to win this race if we are going to shake up the playoff grid right now. We've had 14 different winners so far, and we'll see if any of these drivers here today feel like going up there and punching their ticket into the playoffs. But as the stories of the race goes, nobody has gone to the back. As you can see, we just have Kyle Busch well prepared and Austin Dillon on pole, and Ricky Stennis Jr. still pissed off at me. So that is going to do it for the early race proceedings here. Now we are green flag racing here at Daytona, starting from P last. Hopefully we can make our way through the field like we did in the Daytona 500 and take home the win and sweep the victories here at Daytona. So we are green flag racing, and already, as you can see, we have fallen a little bit far back, but I'm sure we'll go and catch back up to everybody else here. But it is a lot harder to get past here at Daytona, these cars in the pack, than it is at Talladega, just because it's a lot narrower. So we'll see how we go with that. But early on, things actually didn't look too promising for myself. As you're going to see, I'm going to do a quick skip forward here to lap 4, and we are still P36 here. I finally decided to jump up to the outside lane and try to get things moving there, because the bottom lane was not going anywhere and I was still stuck at the back of the pack here. So I went to the outside lane, split myself between Tyler Reddick and Daniel Hamrick, and now to the outside of Chris Buescher, and now pushing James Knight here in that 97 car. So hopefully now we can start to move forward here up into P33 and really just push our way through the field, as we got our two rookies ahead of us here, James Knight and Harrison Burton. Both of them haven't really set the season alight here. Both of them have had decent runs and very good runs earlier on in the season, but they're going to need a win today if they want to make it into the playoffs here. So we go to the inside of Eric Almirola, and now we're going to move to the inside of James Knight. And our teammate of Kevin Harvick is just ahead of us as well. So now we're going to use the perfectly nice draft here to go 3 wide with Knight and Almirola, looking to get past them going into turn 3 and 4 here. As you can see, though, we are already on the final lap of the first stage, and we're just trying to crack the top 30 here. We get past Harvick, looking to the inside of Timmy Hill now, as Christopher Bell finds himself out in front. He wins the first stage here at Daytona, and we go here and finish P29 here in stage 1. And as you saw at the end of the stage, they gave a little bump to Harrison Burton. You're going to see what absolute tragedy is going to happen here at the start of the next stage. But everybody is going to come in for 4 tires and fuel. We go up a spot on pit road, and you're going to see a very nice glitch here that I hope they definitely get rid of for good here in NASCAR 21, because our car does not get going whatsoever here. We're going to just full right back here because everybody else has started full speed. We don't get going at all because of the glitch in this game where you hit someone after the caution. It's not even in your control, and then you just don't even get up to speed, so everybody else around you gets past, and now we're already starting in a hole, losing all the positions we gained at the end of stage 1 here, and now we find ourselves back into P33 in front of Almirola and Daniel Hamrick. So very disappointing here, but we're going to once again do a quick skip forward here. We caught back up in just a jiffy here. As you can see, now onto lap 3 to the inside of Bubba Wallace, William Byron, and now making a move to the inside of Chris Buescher, going 4 wide here. As you can see, Buescher, he did not give us any room whatsoever. He pushed us onto the apron, so I forced my way back up onto the track. And I was kind of pissed off with him because he didn't give us any room whatsoever. But I kind of understand you can't really go full wide at Daytona. But you would have thought maybe he would have tried to give us some room. But in the end, all goes well. We get past him here, as now we go into turn 3. And the stage comes to an early end here. Kyle Busch will win stage 2. As they said he was well prepared. Well, he was prepared to win stage 2 here. And it was Austin Cindric who blew up. I saw it in the replay. You could see it in the background of Kyle Busch win stage 2 in the replay, so I didn't think it was very worthwhile showing it. But yeah, unfortunately, 33 is out of the race, but then again, he won early in the season, so he's A-OK. He's in the playoffs. It won't matter for him. And as you can see here, we pulled a strategy move. Everybody came in for tires and fuel, whereas we have just come in for fuel only here. Half a can is all we needed to go to the end, so that is what we're going to do. We use the track position now to put ourselves in a position to win. We are underway once again at Daytona here for the start of Stage 3. And now we have a chance to go and get our 6th win of the season and really put a statement here. Of course, Kyle Busch, our competitor right now, in winning that regular season title. But of course, if we don't finish last like we were before, we will win this regular season title and really make a statement that we are the favorite going into the playoffs. Of course, we have the most wins this season with 5, looking to make it 6 and just gain that extra bit of momentum if we can win today. But right now we find ourselves out in front of Chase Elliott, a guy who is hungry to win. He needs to win if he is going to get into the playoffs. He's had a very poor season so far, so if he wins today, he will fix everything about his season and he'll have a chance to go and win the title. But he gets past here, he's going to fall back, and now we have Daniel Suarez who's had an outstanding season behind us. But never mind that, we're going to skip forward here, coming out of turn 4, because we only have just 2 laps to go here when we cross the line. And now we have Austin Dillon on our tail here. I decided to skip forward because nothing happened other than a few drivers shuffling behind us. We were able to defend so easily beforehand. Nobody really made a second line to attack us with, and we just had to defend the inside lane. So it was a pretty boring race so far, but not too bad at all, because now we have led the most laps of today's race. And now we find ourselves in a position to take the victory here with just 2 laps to go. But once again, as you can see, now in our rear view mirror, we have 2 more lanes to block here. There's going to be 3 lanes to block, with Austin Dillon on the inside lane, Ryan Blaney in the middle, and then we have Ty Dillon on the outside lane. Ty Dillon trying to get his 2nd win of the season. The other 2 trying to get their 1st win of the season. Ryan Blaney in such a long winless streak. And Austin Dillon, of course, needs to win to get in as well. He hasn't won since Michigan last year, as now we go into turns 1 and 2 on the final lap, defending well. They haven't really made a run on the outside line just yet, so we still find ourselves in a very good position here. Now down the backstretch for the final time. Ryan Blaney tries to make a move on the outside lane, but we can easily block that. And as you can see, the inside lane is not very organized to make a move on me either. So now we go into turn 3 and 4 for the final time. Joey Logano pushing his teammate up high. We make a block just in time down low on Austin Dillon. And now as we come out of turn 4, everything is looking sweet and fine and dandy. We are going to sweep the Daytona races and get our 6th win of the season. AJ Smith, an absolute dominating performance here in Stage 3. They say you need tires, you idiot. Well, I didn't need any tires at all to secure me the dub today, as we go home and take the win. And there you see the rest of the top 10 right there. Nobody going to get a shock win, so that will confirm Alex Bowman and Joey Logano into the playoffs here. They point their way in, and of course every other winner you've seen so far this season has their spot in the playoffs. We have nobody out of the top 30 who won the race. So here we go. We made the playoffs here. Very, very amazing. And there you go. We win 1st place. We get over 1 million into the bank and 262,000 fans gained. And a couple nice tweets here from Timmy Hill and Joey Logano. So very nice from them, as that is going to mark off an incredible regular season for ourselves here. We now have momentum as well, which is in just good timing going in to the playoffs here. But now you can see the playoff grid. We are plus 42 on the cut line going into Darlington. So already an amazing gap to have on that cut line right here. As you can see, it's very competitive towards the back half here, because there's not a lot of drivers here with a lot of stage points and a lot of wins. There's a lot of one-time winners, and as you can see, there's not much of a gap between those drivers. But that is going to do it for today here at Daytona. That is going to wrap up the regular season. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. I hope you all enjoy, and I'll see you all in the next video where we start our playoff racing at Darlington.